Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about a comment that I got on one of my previous videos and then use the comment to further some of the work. Somebody commented on a previous video and I said some things. One of the things I said was, if you want to master something, you must be a slave to mastery. And then also, if you are a slave to your own self-concerns, then it gets screwy. And then I also said some stuff, that if you don't have to serve this one. And it seems to be a better experience, roughly speaking. That's me paraphrasing myself if you want to watch the video. So I got a comment, is sacrificing the I really the way to go? What's the point of killing a weak ego? You're just going to keep your personal neuroses and perpetuate it selflessly. Isn't it better to build up a developed sense of self before letting it go? So I got this comment, and this comment is from somebody who keeps commenting, and I appreciate that aspect because it shows that to me that this person isn't just writing bullshit. They're actually commenting on the video to the best of their ability. They're not trolling. They're not being a turd, which there's a lot of turds on YouTube usually in certain channels. There's we call those trolls anyway. It's like just somebody who gets to hide behind a keyboard and write down dumb crap as far as I can tell. But they would never say it to your face. In this case, we're not speaking about a troll. I'm not. So I'm saying I appreciate the comment. And I thought I'd do a video around this comment because it highlights some of the challenges, and I can hear some stuff. It looks to me, based on my observation of the comment, that the commenter doesn't know what they're talking about. Not that they are trying to, they just don't know. I've never seen this person at a workshop, and I know that it's easy to think that I'm saying something when I'm not saying. It's easy to get confused is what I'm trying to acknowledge here. I'm not trying to put down the commenter. I'm trying to say, all right, good, you made the comment. You don't know what you're talking about. Now here, let me try to help you understand better what I'm talking about so that we can create some clarity. I want to create some clarity. Is sacrificing the I really the way to go? The first question, responding to your first question, is sacrificing the I really the way to go? Well, give it a try. Okay? Now, before you give it a try, you may want to consider and really get rigorous, get clear. When you say I, are you talking about what I'm talking about when I say I or you? See, right away, there is a huge possibility for a lack of clarity because what I'm saying may not be what you think I'm saying. And if you never get clear on what I'm saying for yourself, right away, it'll be like asking a question about the wrong thing, so then I cannot, you know what I'm saying? There's an assumption, and many, many, many people make these kinds of assumptions. I know because I do workshops, and people come in here, and they work on it, and they'll say something, I'll say something, coming from a certain experience, trying to get that experience across to that person, and they'll ask a question from their own perspective, thinking that what I was referencing was something in their perspective that they think it is, and it's not. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen that happen. Right? So right away, is sacrificing the I really the way to go? Well, I don't know. What are you calling I? Are you conscious of that? Do you know what that is? Are we actually talking about the same thing or not? And then what do you mean by sacrificing? If you're going to sacrifice yourself, which self are you sacrificing? You see? Sacrifice what? What are you sacrificing? Are you sacrificing a thought? Are you sacrificing a feeling? Are you sacrificing your body? See, what are we talking about? We don't know. So again, there's a huge lack of clarity right away. Unclear. This is why I say something like, you don't know what you're talking about, and or I don't know what you're talking about. You may not either. So is sacrificing the I really the way to go? Don't know. Check it out. And you may want to get clear what an I is. What's the point of killing a weak ego? I never mentioned ego in that video, so I don't know. And I never mentioned killing, I don't think. And you see, so then maybe now, again, to the question, is there an assumption that I'm speaking about ego? Are we talking about the same thing? Again, I don't know. What's the point of killing a weak ego? I have no idea. Go ahead and kill some egos. Tell me what happens. If you're just gonna keep your personal neuroses and perpetuate it selflessly, you're just gonna keep your personal neuroses. Well, that sounds like a statement. Is it true? I mean, I have seen many, many people try to change, and they don't. They pretend that they've changed, but they're really not a different person. They're just that same person pretending they've changed. Like in spiritual worlds, I've seen this, spiritual circles, people like they're all spiritual and they're, but they just take that same, say they're like a broken person. They take the broken person that they are, or that they think they are, or need to be, and then they be spiritual with the broken person. And then in the spiritual circles, sometimes they say, oh my God, if you do these practices, you're going to transform this turd that you are into something magical. I haven't seen it happen. So I'm not saying it cannot happen. So in that case, the neuroses don't go anywhere. They're just, you still a neurotic person that way doing spiritual stuff, or you're a neurotic person this way doing business, or you're a neurotic person this way being loving, or you're a neurotic person this way being a coward, whatever, you see. So you're just going to keep your personal neuroses? All right, so that was what I just did there was a statement. I want you to, check. I want to confront people with the fact that they don't usually change. And then I also want to confront you, the commenter, on, which is great, to check it out if you want. If not, that's fine. That you made a statement, and maybe it's just a language thing. You're saying you, as if speaking to me, I'm just going to keep my personal neuroses and perpetuate it selflessly. Maybe not. I have had some people get over some of their neuroses, or they lighten up, or have you ever seen or heard of somebody who is a certain way, and then they get neurotic? So that means that they don't have the neuroses, and then they get the neuroses. So what does that tell us about neuroses? I'm open that stuff can change. So in that case, if a neuroses could change, I'm not going to perpetuate it. And I don't know what you mean by selflessly. Isn't it better to build up a developed sense of self before letting it go? Holding self the way I'm holding it and talking about it now, you've already done that. You've already developed yourself for 20 years. It is developed, highly complex, and very, very strong. Now, so you've already got a self. Even little kids have a self. It's not as developed, but it's there, and it's strong. What I'm talking about when I say self. Now, to your question, isn't it better to build up a developed sense of self before letting it go? I do not mind the question, but coming from the context in which I hold this work, and in order to empower you, it requires that I confront you in this way. You are asking me what's better. Is it better to build up a sense of self? And again, like if I was actually facilitating you, which I'm kind of doing in a roundabout way because I'm not dialoguing with you, nor do I have the desire to do that, but I can dialogue with you in this way. You're asking me what's better to do. And then as a good facilitator, I should ask you, what do you mean when you say build up a developed sense of self? What does that mean? I would... Being a good facilitator would behoove me to get clear. What the hell are you talking about? What is building up a developed sense of self? Like, what are you talking about so that I can understand better? Yeah? Before letting it go. Wasn't it better? So, what are you talking about there? And now the problem. Is it better to live like Hitler, or is it better to live like Mother Teresa? Is it better to eat French fries, or is it better to drink water? Is it better to sleep on a pillow with cotton sheets, or is it better to sleep on a pillow with polyester sheets? Is it better if I sit up, or is it better if I stand up? Is it better if I wear blue clothes, or is it better if I wear purple clothes? Asking what's better does not further the action of you getting conscious. In this case, better. Is it better to have a developed sense of self before letting it go? What's better is if you get conscious of what a self is and what it's doing. Then it will be clear whether you want to let it go or not. That's what's better. See, so what I'm saying is in this work, when I hear questions like that, and you're not alone in asking these questions, many people ask me questions that come along the lines of, well, what is it better to do? And again, maybe it's a language barrier. I'm also acknowledging that. I don't know you, and I don't know what your native language is. So there is that aspect. So I respect that. So to your question, in this case, we don't tell people what to do, how to live, and what's better and what's worse. It's not how we roll. It's not how I roll. There are things that are more powerful. There are things that are less powerful. You choose. There are things that are more open. There are things that are closed. You choose. There are things that are healthy. There are things that are unhealthy. You pick it. It's your job, not my job. Now, I think you may be asking about this letting go part, and now I'm starting to guess. I don't know you. I don't know what's going on in your mind, all right? Because I'm talking about letting go. I'm talking about like giving up something for something else. Giving up yourself to serve a principle. Giving up yourself to serve mastery. Now, why would I go down that road? Why would I even say that might be a thing to do? Well, as far as I can tell, it's powerful. It's worth doing. It's enlivening. I learn things. It confronts me to grow because I cannot be a master like this. You know, Ralston would say that about the boxers coming in. Well, teach me how to master boxing. Okay, you can master boxing, but you don't get to be that anymore. Whatever I have going on that is not mastery's got to go. So then it is like a killing. Now I'm saying killing, okay? It is like a letting go. It is like a sacrificing myself for that. Why? Why not? It's more powerful. So now when you say, like, is it better to do one thing or another thing, I would say, check it out. Take a look. What is better? You tell me what's better. For you, it's not my job to tell you what's better. My job in this case is to, right now, confront you in the ways that I'm attempting to confront you, trying to push you further because it seems like you're obviously interested in this work and you comment, which I appreciate, and hey, get a little more real with it. Lay off the bullshit. This is like, hello, some of your stuff is bullshit. Check it out and see if you can go a little further. Check it out. Why would I say the things that I'm saying? And what do I mean? Not what do you think I mean. What do I mean? What am I talking about? Because you probably got a bunch of it wrong. You're just incorrect. You just don't know. That's okay. So then check it out. Why would I say sacrifice yourself to mastery? Don't serve this internal one. What am I talking about when I say this internal one? And I say, you know, the one that's inside there that just wants to get his needs met? You like that? Is that really worth it? Check it out. I would say probably not. And now how do I know? Well, because I've seen one and I've seen the other. I see what it's like to serve just my own selfish needs and what that gives me. What are the consequences to just serving that? Oh, I just want to feel good all the time. I just want to eat all the food. Give me all the pleasure. Don't let me do any work. Don't do anything difficult. Make it easy. You see, what is the life like that? And what are the consequences of living that life? Now, what happens when I'm working on something that's outside of myself? What happens when I'm really, really, really trying to be honest? What happens to my experience? Because something happens to your experience, whether you do one or the other, whether you're in pain or not. Do you see? So I want to reiterate strongly, because these comments reflect also what I know to be other people as well will think in these same ways. And this video is an attempt at a wake-up call for everybody else too. In this work, I don't care what you do. In your life, it's your life. Be a drunkard. Be a captain of industry. Be somebody who makes a lot of money. Be somebody who's really spiritual. Be somebody who loves just to do art and doesn't want to work. Be a homeless person. You pick it. Be Mother Teresa. Be a saint. Be a murderer. Whatever. I'm not advocating for murder. I'm trying to get a point across. You see? It doesn't matter what you do in your life. It's not my life. It's your life. What I'm doing here is trying to get you to grasp something for yourself about the life that you live. Then you pick how to live. And that's kind of my beef with the comment, is I can hear perhaps it coming from that perspective. And I want to knock that perspective off. Like, no, you don't get to do that with me. I mean, you can. But as Muhammad Ali says, it's like you're going to miss it, man, if you're focused on what you should be doing, in a sense, like in order to be a better person. I don't care if you're a better person. I just want you to grasp what I'm saying. That's all. So now, what can you do about this? Use the video to challenge yourself to get more clear. Use the video. You're invited. You do not have to. Again, you're living your own life. I don't care. This is my invitation. Take it or leave it. Don't give a fuck. You can use the video to try to get more clear with yourself and notice, hey, was I doing what I was thinking? Or was I actually getting what he was saying? And check yourself. Is that true? Do you know what I'm saying? How do you know? Did you ask me? If you're not clear, did you try to get clear, or did you just assume something on your own side? I don't know. What happened? You tell you what happened. In terms of better or worse, are you trying to seek a better experience by listening to the video, or are you trying to get what I'm saying? Are you trying to seek a worse experience? Nobody seeks a worse experience, but we tend to have them, don't we? What's that about? But that's a sidebar. You might be in a good experience or a bad experience hearing this video. In either case, what's true? Good or bad, we can toss those out. What's true? What am I talking about? Why would I say sacrificing yourself to mastery is a better experience? Well, in order for you to actually get something about that, you'd have to try it out. Don't worry, yourself's not going to go anywhere. If you can build it, you can rebuild it. And you're not going to let it go. It's way too strong. But that's another story. And if that's the case, and you just got triggered by what I was saying, what am I saying? Not what's your trigger. Say. You see how that goes? All right? Okay. So you got it? Thanks for the comment. I do know that you're trying out there. I do see your comments come in from time to time, and it's good. And this video is an attempt to assist you in getting a little less intellectual and a little more real. Many people come in here with very strong intellects, and it doesn't do them any good. I know. I see them. And they get lost in there, and they don't make progress. I want you to make progress. You probably want you to make progress too. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes it's necessary for me to talk in these ways so that you can make that progress or not. This is my attempt. Okay? So I appreciate it. Keep working. There's a lot that you have to get for yourself because I cannot do it for you. No teacher can do it for you. In this world, in the stuff that I'm talking about, nobody can do it for you. No book, no video, no person, no nothing. The only way that you're going to get it is if you get it. Period. Nobody can do that for you. Like it just doesn't work that way. Because if it did, believe me, we would have figured that out by now and we'd be doing that. Okay? All right, so good luck out there. Much love. Take care. Keep it up. You're doing good. Until next time, I'm Brendan Lee. If you want to get serious, what? I thought this video was pretty serious. No, this video is like a drop in an ocean. This video is like it's a nothing compared to some of the other work we do. If you want that, check my website, navigate the website, find it. You have to take action. I can't do it for you. Okay? So if you want that kind of shit, you want to get real serious, we do real serious shit. You're invited. Otherwise, enjoy the videos, and I love you. Take care.